Hello everyone, what's going on, and welcome back to another edition of Flick News, the show here on FlickDirect where I give you guys the latest stab in entertainment news throughout the week, and then to give you all my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and guys, this week there are some things that happened that, let's just say, contradicted some things I had heard last week. This particular thing I'm going to be talking about kind of makes me spellbinded because it was announced at a premiere, but one particular thing does get me very excited knowing the prospects of an up-and-coming superhero film. But anyways, guys, let's start off this week's news show by talking about Wonder Woman. If you guys remember last week's news show, there was a report out there that supposedly Gal Gadot and James Gunn were developing a brand new Wonder Woman film. It would essentially be Wonder Woman 3, but not really Wonder Woman 3. Well, get this, guys. Apparently, this film was just a rumor. I don't know if James Gunn has debunked this or if Gal Gadot has debunked this, but apparently there was a rumor going around, apparently, that someone had claimed to be true, and it just got so much wildfire that this was apparently debunked. I kind of wanted it to happen, even though here's the thing. If you brought back Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, there would be such a huge outcry from DC fans. It would not even be fun. I mean, think about it, guys. Knowing that James Gunn didn't bring back Ben Affleck or Henry Cavill, but he has apparently brought back Jason Momoa. It's like, if you're going to bring back Gal Gadot, you might as well bring back everybody else who is in the DCU, which I am glad if this is not the case. But at the same time, if you're going to reboot a certain universe, you might as well just reboot pretty much everything. Keep this in mind. There is no Wonder Woman film in development at the DCU. It's only that prequel series, I believe, Paradise Lost. So, I don't know what's going on with that at all, other than it's a prequel series TV show. That's all I'm aware of it. So, as far as new Wonder Woman film, we don't know anything. So, I'm hoping something comes to fruition very soon. Let's talk about Blue Beetle, in particular the box office projections. At first, it was looking like the box office projections for Blue Beetle were not looking good, almost out to the point where I think it would be a big flop for the DCU. Now, keep this in mind, guys. Blue Beetle has a production budget of, I believe, like 100 or 120 million, which is, it's a good budget for a superhero film. I mean, it's less budget than The Flash, which was a huge flop. Before a couple of days ago, apparently Blue Beetle was projected to only make 15 million at its opening weekend. 15 million, that's pretty bad. Well, guys, apparently the box office opening has been doubled to about 30 million. Now, granted, that isn't that much more. It's just 15 million more, but it's a heck of a lot better than opening with just 15 million for opening box office. I've been hearing great things about Blue Beetle. Now, I have not really heard the best DC film since Dark Knight. I have not heard that like I've heard with every single other DC film or DCEU film out there, but I've been hearing great things about Blue Beetle, and given that, I'm assuming that because of that, the box office has definitely doubled because of that. I'm looking forward to seeing Blue Beetle when I do see it. I'm hoping that's just a fun film where families a tight-knit focus. I can't wait to see the next hopefully great DC film. I am praying for great things on this one, and I'm hoping that if it is great, that the box office is more than 30 million. When I saw this particular headline, it kind of bummed me out because at first I was against more particular films in this franchise, but after I saw the latest one of the franchise, I actually wanted to see all parts. Well, guys, let's talk about Fast and Furious X, or Fast X. If you all remember correctly, at the premiere of Fast X, I believe it was in Rome, Vin Diesel had said and had claimed that Universal, I can't remember exactly who, they wanted him essentially to have a 3-part trilogy. Well, apparently, guys, according to Louis Leterrier, the director of Fast X, there is no plans for a 3rd part, only for a 2-part ending. Which makes me think, I wonder why Vin Diesel actually said that. Vin Diesel said what he said, Louis Leterrier said his own thing. I am just curious as to which side is right, because as they all say, there are 2 sides to a story. Now, here is the thing, guys. Before I saw Fast X, I dreaded upon seeing a 2-part, let alone 3-part finale. When I saw Fast X, though, I was excited for a 3-part finale. And if this is actually true that there's no 3-part finale, I mean, who knows? That could be good, knowing that they're not going to be milking this franchise even more so. But at the same time, if the story is enough for 3 parts, make it 3 parts. But if there's only enough story for 2 parts, make it only 2 parts. I am just praying that they're only making the story as much as they can possibly get out of it, and they're not just milking for the sake of, hey, we can make more money on this because it's a Fast and Furious movie. 2-part are cool, 3-part are cool. I'm happy either because I just want to see where this thing goes. Holy crap. That's going to wrap things up for this week's show. Please comment on, let us know below starting off. What do you think of this whole report and that there's actually no new Wonder Woman film and that Gal Gadot is not returning? Do you think that she's actually returning, or do you think it's just a load of BS? Also, how do you all feel about Blue Beetle's opening box office? Do you think it's going to make more? Do you think it's going to make less? And finally, when it comes to a new report about Fast X no longer being 3 parts, do you think that it's actually going to be 3 parts, or do you think that's going to stick as a 2-part ending? Let us know below. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell if our latest new show goes live. If you guys want to see any of our previous 2 new shows, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until our next new show goes live, we'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful week, guys. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.